it was a bit of a stepping out of my comfort zone thing, you know, because I always did lots of geometric, structural type of prints because of my background. My father being an architect and me being, you know, into art history and all that stuff. I always gravitated towards those linear, structural type of designs. Very lots of architectural elements and things like that. But for this time, I wanted to do something a little bit different, just to add variety to the mix. So I did a very organic, natural type of collection. Lots of flowers and winged creatures, and that's what flora and fauna ended up being: hummingbirds, bees, moths, and lots of flowers, daisies and cherry blossoms and dandelions. So it's a very fun and carefree and organic type collection.
What's
the colors.
What is your favorite thing about that you have in the booth that you made for this collection?
Oh, geez. Well, I think one of my favorite things has got to be my honeycomb pillow. It's actually the very first thing I made when I got the collection, and like the sample yardage. I started making all these hexagon shapes, and I actually didn't know what I was going to make with it. I'm like, you know what, if they're not too hard to make, I'm going to make a whole quilt. But by the time I made these many, I was like, okay, that's it. It seriously took me the entire day to make just these many you see here. So I was like, well, what can I make with these? And then I thought, well, I'll just make a pillow and I'll actually quilt it a little bit so they look a little bit raised. And you know, I picked one of my dots that is more of a tone-on-tone dot, so it didn't detract attention from the detail of the bees, and it just turned out great. And I used my selvage for the envelope backing, and even though it's my first design I made with it, I just really love it. It's very dear to my heart, and I've been asked for a pattern for this, so I'm thinking that for the January release, I'm probably gonna do the quilt, and I'm gonna do like a trio of pillows, which would include this patchwork you want, and then the honeycomb, and then not this, but this one, which is just a really cute and funky, you know, something like for a girl's bedroom.
And can you tell us about your current Mod Kid designs that you have just released?
Yeah, absolutely. We have 4 brand new patterns, and it's these 4 that you see up here, and they're actually in stock and ready to ship. When we have some here at the show too for cash and carry, and it's Ava, Isabel, Julia, and Nina, and I have them all right here at the booth too. This is Ava, and there's actually a mini-me version of Ava, which I did not take credit for this. I did not make it. It was one of my sample sewers made it for me, and I loved it so much. I've talked to her about maybe doing a whole line of 18-inch doll size patterns, and we're in the talks for that. So we'll see what happens. And then this is Nina.
Oh, good. There you go.
Nina's a 2-piece set also, and the top for Nina comes in 4 different styles. So she's really cute and versatile, and she's got a very easy-peasy skirt to make. You can make the skirt in seriously like 15 minutes because it's so simple. But the pattern includes all the pieces. And this over here is Isabel. She's a very Euro style jumper that can be worn in the winter with a long sleeve, turtleneck and some tights, or it can be worn in summer just like you see it like this, very airy and fun with a cute little pocket and ruffles. It's very girly. And my last new pattern is called Julia, and that's the skirt. And she's actually modeled here with one of my Nina tops, because the Julia pattern doesn't have a top, it just has an applique pattern for you to embellish your own knit top. But the skirt is super full and twirly, and it has a drawstring, so you can do like a little peekaboo effect in the underskirt. And an elasticized waist with a drop. It's got a drop waist, so it's very girly and cute. And this is the long sleeve version of Nina, which has the ties in the back instead of in the front. This is a bit of a different look. And that's it for the new patterns. We've got everything else here too, all 10 of them.
It all looks wonderful. I'm going to show your logos. And Mod Kid. And this gorgeous hummingbird quilt. Thanks, Patty. Say goodbye to the Boutique Cafe.
Goodbye. We love you.
Hi, Boutique Cafe. I'm here with Anna Maria Horner, and we are going to see what she is up to here at the Quilt Market in Houston. You've got a lot of great new things going on. Can you tell everybody a little bit about them?
I would be so happy to.
And show us too.
I absolutely will. First and foremost, I have a new collection of fabric that's called Little Folks, which is sort of a follow-up both in form and color to my Good Folks collection, which debuted in January. Little Folks, however, is printed on a 55-inch wide cotton voile, which is similar to a cotton lawn, a little bit more lightweight, very smooth, buttery soft, and beautiful for children's clothing. It has lovely drape. You can see in the pillows on the couch that you're able to do lots of beautiful, soft, sculptural things with the fabric that you wouldn't even be able to get a needle through if you were using a quilting cotton. And also, if you'll notice on our new garments, Allie's just walked in.
Hello, Allie.
That's Allie, my studio assistant. In fact, she's wearing one of our new fabrics from Little Folks in the Moonlight palette, and that is the socialite dress that she's wearing too, one of our patterns. But if you'll notice in some of our new patterns, like all the lovely drape and the tucks and the pleats and the gathers that can be taken, and it just makes for a really fluid garment and much more like things that you're actually going to find in a store, you know, when you go clothing shopping, as opposed to the heavier quilting cottons. And this dress right here is a perfect example of how gathers and drape works with this fabric, because you can just see the way that it moves. It's so different than a quilting cotton, and there's a 3-to-1 ratio in the gather of this garment, and yet it still drops straight to the floor. A quilting cotton would stand straight out if you had that much fabric in it. So anyway, I'm very excited about the new collection called Little Folks. This is the playground, or no, this is the sugar cookie palette. This is the playground palette, and that is also the Dobby Dot, which has an inlaid textural dot within the fabrics. That's all part of the that's all part of the Little Folks collection as well. And then this right here is the Moonlight palette of Little Folks, nice and moody and pretty. We also did a couple pieces that are in oilcloth, which is right here.
To feel.
Yep. Shiny, slick, great for lining baby bags, great for rain slickers. And we also have a new collection called Folksy Flannels, which is a mix of the Little Folks prints and the Good Folks prints that are unbelievably soft. Beautiful, soft Westminster fabrics.
I love that one. You guys got to look at this.
So I do have 3 new sewing patterns that are debuting here at Market, at least on paper, but they won't be printed for another month or 2. And this is the Evening Empire dress. It's going to have a lot of variations and has this beautiful zigzag detail at the bottom. And you could choose to zigzag the pattern all the way up, make it short, make it long.
So it sort of has like a quilter's fashion feel.
It's a patchwork evening dress. But no, it definitely can be just a summer dress. It can be beautiful under a cardigan. It can be short, but it's just really cool, I think. And this is the roundabout dress and slip pattern. It's got gathered pivots. This also has a slip pattern that comes with it. And then this is the new bag pattern called the Sidewalk Satchel. And what else?
I think you're working on a book.
I am working on a book. I have a new book coming out in the spring that's called Handmade Beginnings. This is the cover. This is my new son Roman inside my belly. But he was born in May and definitely had a lot to do with the inspiration behind the book. The book is all about baby sewing, nursery sewing, also maternity sewing, family sewing. It's all projects, 24 projects that just help to welcome a new baby in the home. Whether you have older siblings, or this is your first baby, this is your adopted baby, whatever. There's lots of variations and lots of exciting projects, which some of which are shown over here. The little dresses, the pants, the jacket. On that poster is the little patchwork sleeping sack, the mobile lampshade. So that'll be published in the spring, and I'm super thrilled about that. I can't wait.
It's all so exciting. Thank you for talking to me in Boutique Cafe. Everything is wonderful as usual.
Thanks for coming by. Take care.
Boutique Cafe.